అందరు లైన్లో ఉన్నట్టున్నారు కదా, లైన్లో ఉన్నారా జనాలు? వాసుదేవ. హరి ఓం. శం నో మిత్రస్యం వరుణః శం నో భవత్వర్యమా శం న ఇంద్రో బృహస్పతిః శం నో విష్ణురుక్రమః. నమో బ్రహ్మణే నమస్తే వాయో త్వమేవ ప్రత్యక్షం బ్రహ్మాసి త్వామేవ ప్రత్యక్షం బ్రహ్మ వదిష్యామి ఋతం వదిష్యామి సత్యం వదిష్యామి తన్మామవతు తద్వక్తారమవతు అవతు మాం అవతు వక్తారం. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to all of you. We are here once again. So, today we are going to study about immunity. So, immunity is a very important aspect, and the understanding of this aspect, so that is the topic which we are going to discuss now. Generally, in the medical field, so this immunity is very much considered, but how to enhance this immunity, because the health conditions of the person. So what is health? Is it only on the physical plane, or is it governed by the higher plane of our consciousness that makes a proper understanding of this aspect of immunity? So generally, health is understood normally as some situation where we do not expect. Sorry, there was some disturbance in the internet, therefore there was an obstruction. When we are speaking about obstruction, there is an obstruction on the line. So now it is revived. Are venakal jalu kottunda. So our vital body is the center from where we have the distribution of force. When it is running in equilibrium, then we call it as health. So the result of this is observed on the physical body. So this is where we have to understand all what happens on the vital body, the result of that is observed and experienced on the physical body. So, any sort of disturbance in the distribution of this energy, that causes the ill health. So, that is also felt on our physical body. So, therefore, the understanding of a disease, the disease is not a separate entity as it is observed generally, but it is a deviation from the functioning of vital force, which is felt differently than our normal experience. That is disease. So, immunity means the effort or the condition which can constantly keep the functioning of our vital force in the normal or natural functioning. So that is to be understood as what is the solution to protect ourselves from such invasions of these bacterial and virus effects? Is it only by medication? So, if it can be possible completely by medication, so why now there is necessity of waiting for producing new type of vaccines and new type of medicines every time? One thing we have to remember is, generally we understand that diseases are cured by medication, and diseases and these attacks of viruses, these can be prevented by vaccination and all these methods. So, if it is like this, that any such situation can be prevented merely by vaccination, and diseases can be cured completely by medication, if it is true, then why all the time the whole of humanity is experiencing the attack of diseases again and again, even though all the people are vaccinated and even though all the people are medicated? Then what is the reason that so many people are affected and not able to survive and restore? What is the reason? Because if diseases can be completely cured merely by medicines, by application of medicines, by this time the whole of humanity should have been completely free from disease. So, but it is not like that, we know. So this is evident that there is something else. It is not just merely medication, but there is something else which is required to keep us resistant to the attacks of these disease conditions. Because the immunity is destroyed not just by the external attacks, but before that itself, when the immunity is lower or destroyed, then the constitution is susceptible to any sorts of external influences. So this is very well proved and established by the sciences of homeopathy or Ayurveda and these medicines which explain about this work of energies and the energy levels. If you only confine to physical body without accepting the finer bodies, you cannot have a proper explanation to explain the aspect of immunity. So why people are more and more susceptible? So how can you establish immunity? So this is not merely by using medicine or by supplying substances like vitamins and all these things into the body. So then we have to try to understand the higher aspect of this. So according to these sciences, which are based on the laws of nature, because our constitution is governed by the laws of nature, not otherwise. So laws of nature are always constant. They are not changeable. So if we can understand the laws of nature and if we can follow them without fail, then only our immunity can be maintained normal and we can have proper resistance. So this is the main aspect which we have to remember. We have to consider this aspect, otherwise we cannot really have a solution. So we have to understand what are the factors that influence this power of resistance or our immunity, where from. So it is explained in these sciences based on the laws of nature that our life activity is governed by the proper distribution of energy from the conscious level. So we have our vital body and still finer bodies, and is the mental body and still higher bodies. So the physical plane is the ultimate one, the last one, which is where the results of all these happenings are manifested on the physical plane. This is the arrangement. We have to always understand this. So mainly the disturbance in the functioning of our vital force is the cause of all these disturbances in the constitution. And this, so to dispel the disease or to fight with the disease, to attack the disease. This is where we have to properly understand. So if we can produce some more medicines, some more vaccines, and if we can think of attacking the dangerous, deadly diseases, but still through all these past centuries, when we observe, it is very clear that in spite of inventing such very strong medications and all these things, but unless our immune system is stronger, you cannot resist, your constitution is not resistant to the attack of these diseases. So even now also, because now you see in the world what is happening, very fastly this new pandemic is spreading. So everywhere the medical science, the scientists are making effort to find out, to create new vaccine, new medicine and all these things. But now they also are accepting, they are explaining that we must increase our immunity. But how can you increase the immunity? Immunity just cannot be increased by any physical substance. Because what all the medicines we are inventing and what all the vaccines and all these things, they are on the physical, they are all physical substances. But immunity in the constitution of a man, of a person, cannot be merely enhanced merely by these physical substances. So we have to understand the higher aspects. What are the factors that can maintain this immunity or the defense mechanism of our constitution? So this defense mechanism is naturally placed in our constitution, because when we were born, when we are created, when we are born, this defense mechanism is always placed already in our constitution. So there is a natural mechanism in every person, but how strong is this mechanism working? How properly? Because there are various aspects in our daily life which can reduce the strength of this defense mechanism, which can distort the functioning of this defense mechanism. So therefore, we have to find out these factors which will keep this functioning of this defense mechanism in its original condition from within the constitution. So when you are able to maintain the functioning of this vital force properly in the natural condition, then your immunity is very much in good strong condition. So how we can understand to maintain this immunity? What are the factors that disturb this immunity? It is very well proved and established that our mind is the main aspect, the activity of our mind, from where you have the working of your understanding, because on the higher side of the mind, after the higher side of mind, we have the two poles, will and understanding. So this is the main center of function. So this receiving pole, which we call understanding, and transmitting pole, which we call the will. These two poles, they govern the functioning of our mind. They govern all the thinking, all the logic, all the everything of this, our mind. So, therefore, how to maintain this, and if there is a disturbance, how to again regain this. This is the main aspect of our understanding. So this is linked with our way of living. Just not only medication, but our way of living. So this is achieved by bringing harmony in the daily routine. That is most important. Unless there is harmony in our daily life, how this harmony is maintained? If we can arrange our daily life properly with our work, our sleep, our food, all these aspects, then we can have a harmony, we can maintain the harmony in our constitution. The balance, because all this depends upon the balance. So there should be a regulation. We have to apply a regulation in these aspects of our daily life. Our diet, our food, our drink, our rest and our work, and also selecting the work which suits us. Because if constantly we are under pressure, especially that is what in this modern age most of the people are facing is when we are under pressure. Why we are under pressure? This is because mainly we try to select our work not according to our fitness, but according to the impressions caused by about our environment and all these things, and due to our glamour also mainly. So we cannot decide this because of this. So therefore we put ourselves under heavy pressure. And this pressure on the mind, this causes a disturbance in the working of vital force and the harmony. So this makes the force of our vital body flow. So when you can know this, when you can make a proper regulation in all this, and you can maintain this regulation by following discipline. What is required is in our physical life a discipline and a regulation. When you can apply this in all these aspects daily life, then it makes the vital force work harmoniously. Then the energy that is received by our vital force is properly arranged and distributed, and that makes our immunity stronger. This is the key for the immunity. So the key for maintaining the immunity is not just merely by external substances. External substances they help us, they support us in doing this. For example, if you select a proper food for you, and if you can maintain these things, then this will help you But mostly this is from within yourself, that we have to remember. So, what this makes is, when this vital body receives proper flow of energy by this proper arrangement, then it replenishes the tissues of the physical body in a required manner. And this causes a natural resistance against all diseases. This is the very fundamental aspect of our immunity. So we see that the bacteria of various diseases attack some constitutions, while some constitutions do not succumb to the attack of these diseases. So why? What is the cause of this difference? Why some constitutions are easily attacked and susceptible, and why some constitutions are resistant to this? So, this is due to the difference in the natural resistance, which is caused by the regulation of daily routine. This is the answer. And there is also another aspect which we have to remember, is that what is about the congenital diseases. Congenital diseases means diseases that a person have inherited from the previous generation. This is one of the major factor now which causes a sort of ill balance and which causes susceptibility for the constitution. So the constitution becomes more and more weaker due to this congenital diseases, and therefore this causes a lack of resistance. So the necessity for medication, the medication is necessary at this point to support the constitution. Also, here also we have to remember that medicine is not to attack for the disease directly. The purpose of medicine is not to attack the disease directly. So if you think that you can destroy the virus or bacteria by applying the medicine, so this virus or bacteria, after some so again there is some disturbance in the internet. So therefore, institutions are carrying congenital diseases, defects for health, and therefore most of the human beings have their vital force already being affected, and therefore the necessity of medicine has increased. That medicine, application of medicine is once again to strengthen the functioning of vital force, to help the vital force to regain its normal functioning. Otherwise, if you apply medicine stronger and stronger to attack the disease directly, then automatically the constitution, the tissues of the body are attacked by the medicine. That is what we are experiencing. So this leads to complicated and over medication. That is what we see now. We use antibiotics, for example, or we use steroids which attack directly the constitution, because it is given to attack the microorganisms, but at the same time it attacks the constitution. Then we have to apply another medicine to counteract or neutralize these secondary problems created by the medicine. So this becomes complicated. Ultimately, the vital body of the person is very much destroyed or weakened. So the immunity is going more and more diminished by applying medicine. So if you apply medicine to destroy or attack the disease, the immunity is more and more diminished. And more the constitution becomes susceptible to many sorts of diseases. So that is what is happening. So the more you use the drugs or medicines, especially on the physical plane, the more the vital force has to accept, because the vital force always makes an effort to expel any sort of substance that enters the constitution. So therefore what we are doing, by over medication, we are making the vital force to work more and more. So it is like an expenditure, more and more expenditure of the vitality. And the result is resistance of the person is going down more and more. That is what is happening. So therefore, then we have to understand, we have to consider from where is this disturbance on the vital force. How we can see that the vital force is without any disturbance, it can receive the energy. That is what is important for us. So what is life? So life is the manifestation of consciousness through the vital and physical bodies. That is how we have to understand. So consciousness descends to the earth from the space. So the energy is existing in the space around us. That is the source of energy. So this energy that is the source of supply of the life force, which is like electricity for us. So what we have to remember is any sort of obstructions in the flow of this life force, we have to identify these obstructions and try to eliminate these obstructions and allow this life force to flow uninterruptedly without any distortion. Then our vital force can work in its full form, natural form. So that is the real immunization. Otherwise, you see, in the hospitals or anywhere, you see, we are using so many substances to keep the hygienic conditions and all these things. Sanitizers, or we use so many things, so many hygienic things to prevent any bacteria and all this. But even then, people are continuing to be sick and attacked by the diseases. So therefore, unless your vital force is allowed to work normally, you cannot completely have a benefit or completely have any chance to regain your health. Restoration of the health is not possible without this. So, in all the kingdoms, you see, in the mineral kingdoms, in the plant kingdoms, animal kingdoms, and human kingdoms, in all the four kingdoms, the source of energy is the space around us. So therefore, where is the source of obstruction for the flow of this energy? That we have to identify, and that is the science of Ayurveda and science of homeopathy, these natural sciences. So, a natural flow of these items into physical body to maintain, when it is allowed, when the natural flow is allowed, then it is health. So, the factors that can obstruct the flow of this energy, they lie mostly in our mental body, in our mind. This is where these sciences, based on laws of nature, they differ from the what so-called modern medical science. Because otherwise there is no answer about the susceptibility and about the resistance or immunity, about these things. There is no proper answer without understanding this. So, if the mind is not in tranquil condition, if the mind is disturbed, so there are many sort of disturbances for the mind. So, for example, anxiety. How can you prove this, that these aspects can disturb our vital force? Just when you start observing yourself, you can understand this. When you are angry upon somebody, then you can observe there is a disturbance in the rhythm of your breathing. Disturbance automatically in the constitution. The rhythm of heartbeat is disturbed. So if the rhythm of heartbeat is disturbed, this will cause disturbances in the vital functioning. So, like this, your anxiety, your anger, your fear, and also your hatred, all these various sorts of disturbances on the mental level. So when your mind is disturbed, then the flow of this energy or life force is obstructed. So that is the source of disturbance. So unless you regulate it here at this level of consciousness, without this, if you only do something on the physical body, because on the physical body it is only the results of these disturbances that are manifested. So how can you make your body resistant? How can you improve your immunity is, first of all, you have to concentrate on the mental level, on the mind. So first you have to train there on mental and vital levels. Then only it is possible. Suppose a person is not having hunger and feeling weak. So, can you add strength to that person just by giving a very good, strong food? He is not able to receive, his body is not able to receive the food. How can you make the food input, or you can put the food through a pipe into his body, even then his body cannot assimilate the food. What is the use? So in the same manner, without making the body in a proper condition from this vital level, you cannot bring this immunity, you cannot build up this immunity just by medication. So what is required? Once again, we have to make a retreat. So we have to find out those methods given by all the ancient races. Like, for example, regulation of the pulsations of our inhalation and exhalation, which is technically called by a name pranayama, is a part of the science of yoga. So you have to apply this science of yoga to regulate these pulsations, to make a perfect balance, equilibrium in these pulsations of inhalation and exhalation. And your mind is connected to your breathing. This is what is required in this particular aspect of pranayama. And you follow these instructions in your daily life about how you have to train yourself to be able to keep tranquil without being disturbed by any situations. Then the flow of this energy from this space into your constitution be uninterrupted. Then this vital force of the person can be in its normal functioning. Then only the constitution can be resistant for all the attacks from the external influences. When a person, because this is to be practiced on the individual level, every individual has to know this and try to apply this in daily life. A regulation in the daily life. So it is a regulation at the mental level and also on the physical level. First of all, on the mental level. If you are agitated very much with every situation, with everything, every sort of change, then that person is susceptible. It made susceptible. Because there is obstruction in the flow of energy. So, this is how it is very well explained in these natural sciences. So even in such situations also, because there is one our master used to tell, give an example that when suddenly there was a fire accident in a particular area or in the house, then somebody started to drill the ground for groundwater to put out the fire. So how can you At that time, if you start the effort to drill the ground, to bring the groundwater, to put out the fire, before that the house is completely burnt away. In the same manner, when you start your effort to invent new medicines or new vaccinations, when people are affected very rapidly by a new virus or something else like now, before the vaccine is invented, before the new medicines are invented, already many people are gone because of the effect. So where is the solution? So we have to find the real solution to increase the immunity of the person. So now what the scientists from the medical science are also telling, that your body has to produce antibodies to increase the resistance toward these viruses. That is the only solution they are also telling now, they are accepting. But how? How can your body start producing antibodies so rapidly? So that is not so easy immediately, you see. So this is to be done before you get into such trouble. That is what is important. So you have to understand, therefore, people are they have to understand these natural laws and to obey the natural laws of nature. That is most important. So diseases are caused by not observing the rules of the health. That is the cause. The constitution produces a distortion which makes the body receive disease from an external source like bacteria. So if there is no distortion inside the body, inside the constitution, from the mental and vital levels, the bacteria which enters or the virus which enters into the constitution will be destroyed. The microorganism which enter the constitution cannot survive in such constitution where there is a proper functioning of vital force by unobstructed flow of energy. This is the key. So our constitution can be stronger is not to directly attack the disease. This is where we have to understand. We cannot attack the disease. Now you see the present situation. Now we have to making an effort to find out which medicine can attack the disease, destroy the disease. But you cannot really attracted. They are entering because the constitution is susceptible. That is the reason. So if you can make your constitution stronger, not susceptible, then they cannot attack you, they cannot enter. That is the only solution for these problems. And that is to be worked out long before, not just at the moment. when a danger is there knocking at the door, when you start an effort, then what is the use? You have to prepare this long before. That is most important. So, on the mental level and subsequently on the vital level, and ultimately it will create immunity on the physical level. This is the order, natural order. Without this, without knowing the source of obstruction, if you try to make immunity only on the physical plane, you are never successful. You see now how many vaccines are prepared, and when a baby is born, the body of the baby is dumped with all these vaccines. So on this earth, then what is the use? All this, what is happening is all these vaccines which are dumped into the constitution of the child, they are making the child more susceptible, because already the child has inherited congenital disturbances. Now, in the modern civilization, most of the children who are born, they have already inherited from the parents. So on congenitally they have received these disturbances, and already there is a distortion in their vital force. Then in addition to this, if you have dumped all these vaccines, every time a new vaccine is invented. So it is a truth, it is a fact that is why when you ask, you insist upon them to tell, can you assure that after receiving this vaccine, this person is resistant? Then they say, of course we can't. In many countries you see, flu shots, what are being given in a particular season of flu, every person, to immunize the person, they are giving flu shots. But how many of them are free from flu, even after receiving the shots? So there is no guarantee, there is no assurance. Why then? So this is an evidence, this is a proof that these are the higher there are the higher factors which govern the immunity aspect of the person, starting from the mental level. So ultimately, a person can develop immunity up to the physical level when the mind of the person is constantly maintained tranquil, not by taking tranquilizers or any psychiatric medicine, not that. Naturally, if a person as well as in the physical level. Then automatically he will have a proper action towards his daily aspects of life with his food. He will always select a proper food. He will not deviate from the natural laws, because all these are interconnected. For example, the food what we take has its effect on the mind. These are all scientifically proved facts. So like this, we have to have proper understanding of this, how to enhance our immunity, just not by medication, but by in our daily life. We have to arrange our daily life in such a manner that our mind mainly is maintained in tranquil manner, not affected, not disturbed. And for that we need such practices, mainly the yogic practices like meditation, pranayama and all these things. And this is the only solution. If we can see how can we keep, through the whole life we can keep ourselves resistant without being susceptible to the influences. So we have to have this background for the medical science. So medical science should not be confined only to the physical body or physical level. It should have all these aspects, a synthesis of all these aspects. So a synthetic approach is most important for us towards the understanding of our life. It is not just only the analytical approach. We can have the anatomy of the body and we can have the physiology, knowledge of all these things, very good. But without this synthesis, so the synthesis is most important for us. So that is what you can study in these sciences like Ayurveda and homeopathy and naturopathy and all these sciences. So how you can keep yourself healthy, how you can keep yourself resistant, not falling into any sort of external influences to disturb our health. So that is what is very important. So the application of medicine is secondary. First of all, we have to, how we can prevent ourselves from falling into these influences, from how we can prevent from all this disturbance. The application of any medicine. So therefore, let us try to have a proper study of these sciences and apply them to keep ourselves and our next generations also more and more resistant and with increased immunity towards such dangerous influences from outside. Thank you all. Let us meet next week.